Hello, Kent County. As I'm sure everyone knows, COVID-19 prevention strategies, such as facial coverings, remain controversial to some people. The September 24th issue of the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report presented a study exploring the relationship between school mask requirements and COVID illness rates during the early part of this school year. The researchers looked at data from 520 counties across the United States. They found that counties without school mask requirements experienced larger increases in pediatric COVID-19 case rates than counties that did have requirements in place. Additional CDC data is showing that schools without mask requirements are 3.5 times more likely to have outbreaks of COVID than schools without mask requirements. These outbreaks are situations in which multiple children are linked to a classroom exposure. Here in Michigan, the data set it's still more limited by size and time than that national data, but we're already beginning to see that schools without mask requirements demonstrate a wider and larger range of case rate values. The evidence from our lived experience is clarifying and confirming our belief that facial covering use in schools reduces the overall rate of illness and the occurrence of outbreaks. This helps keep kids safer, helps prevent them from spreading COVID to other people in the community, and helps keep kids in school, learning and growing in a safer environment. Sadly, children are not bulletproof to COVID-19. Days ago, we learned about the death of an otherwise healthy child in a nearby West Michigan county. The president of Spectrum Health West Michigan tells me that the number of kids hospitalized and treated for COVID has increased since the school year began. On any given day now, they are caring for between 4 and 8 kids hospitalized with COVID-19, compared with very few over the entire summer. As unfortunate as the current situation is, I firmly believe, and the physicians that I consult with on a daily basis agree, that our condition would be much worse if not for the cooperation of the schools who are following our public health order to require facial covering use for the pre-K through 6th grade students. So thank you to all the teachers and the school staff, the parents, and most importantly, the children of Kent County who are rising to the occasion to make it harder for COVID to spread to others. I want to also encourage the students in grades 7 and up, and all of you who spend time indoors in crowded places. Wearing a facial covering and getting vaccinated are smart and safe things to do in the midst of a pandemic, both to protect yourself and those around you. Now, you know me as the health officer for Kent County. Another important part of my job is serving as an employer, supervising almost 300 employees, and ensuring that our services are provided without interruption. As you might expect, we have a very high vaccine rate at the health department, and we require our staff to wear facial coverings indoors around other people. As a result, we've had less than 1% of our staff come down with COVID in the past 2 months. Other similar-sized organizations have COVID rates much higher than that. In addition to illness, this means absenteeism and lost productivity. Vaccine, focused masking, and other preventive measures not only prevent illness, but they can keep places of employment up and running and being successful. That's all for today. Thank you once again for all you do to help keep our community healthy.